The whole of reality is actually an illusion. Time is what you make it. If there's somebody clamoring on you to do things for them every 5 minutes, time seems to go very, very fast because you're constantly busy. But if you have time to sit here, the universe awakens to you in its own natural tempo. Little insects start to appear if you're very quiet, and little birds that you've never seen before start to appear. And then an apple falls from a tree. And then a cloud that you've been watching just a little bit, you've not been paying attention to it, hits against the peak, the summit of one of these mountains up there. And suddenly it's 3 clouds. It's a very, very dynamic place, this. And the dynamics of this place give the time. So you're under the time of the natural world here. It's not traffic lights, it's not alarm clocks, it's not your favorite TV program begins now. It's apples falling from the trees. It's clouds banging against the summits of mountains and turning into other things. It's shapes and it's movement every time, everywhere. Most of the people here are very, very educated, just as educated as you would find in Amsterdam. Many of them have been to capital cities all over the world, and they've come back here to Vashisht. So they're living with a foot in both worlds, if you like. I know university-educated men here that take their mother's cows out every morning to take them grazing up to the top of the mountains up there, and they wouldn't have it any other way. And these are people who know the rest of the world. And these are people who say, you know what, I don't want that great job in New York. I don't want to get up in the morning and have to get on a subway train and try to do my best for my boss. I'd rather be here and help my mother with her cows, because I know that the ultimate reward and the ultimate riches is happiness and good health. 40 years ago, Vashisht were actually 3 or 4 families. Large extended families. The entire road coming from the waterfall at the bottom beside the highway up to Vashisht, which will take you about 20 minutes in a rickshaw. Now it's covered with the hotels and restaurants, but at that time it was just apple orchards. Pretty much like you see here, but just like everywhere, apple trees growing everywhere. So that was a big difference. It was far more rural. It is still very, very rural, but it's more citified, and people have satellites, dishes on their houses. I even went into a house the other day that had air conditioning and double glazing. So it's becoming more and more like Malibu every day. I've had a lot of life-forming experiences in India. Some of them have been very tragic. I've known at least 3 people since I've been traveling here in the last 40 years who have met their deaths in terrible accidents, falling into ravines and being drowned. And although it's very sad, it's taught me to be careful in these regions. This is not Disneyland. This is the real thing. These are the highest mountains in the world.